All right, Huntley live.
I should have worn my Romero shirt.
Should have. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. All right, Huntley live. Gotta edit some more stuff right quick.
I don't know. Do you put the thumbnail in there like after?
I do it like right now.
For this new Spider-Man, like literally has the Green Goblin in the freaking picture.
Yeah, when I first saw that, I couldn't tell if it was like fan made or what.
No, that's the real thing.
Yeah, I know.
It's Willem Dafoe, I think, or it has to be, or like James Franco or something, which doesn't really make sense if he died.
I saw a leak.
They got Electro.
I don't know if it's true or not, but I saw a leak saying that what's the
No Way Home trailer
third
2
Spider-Man? Andrew Garfield, or I mean the second one.
Yeah.
It showed like one where he died. I don't know if that's true or not.
Train coming.
So yeah, new Spider-Man would be cool though. I'm excited for that and the new Batman.
Oh, brother, they dropped a new Batman trailer. Joker's gonna be in it. Do you not see it?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, it didn't show him, but it had like the it showed like a card. It was the Joker, and then you heard like a laugh. But I wonder which one's gonna be. It'd be cool to see a new one though. You know,
like a new Joker.
Yeah, would you shit yourself if like Heath Ledger came back?
I was like old ass Jack Nicholson.
I filmed this last movie.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. What up, everybody? Welcome back to another stream.
It's been a while. We were gone for a minute. Yeah, I know, but we back now.
Been busy, but we back. Today we got best horror films from the 1960s, part 5 of the 100 Years of Horror. This decade we really see the rise of Hitchcock, Hammer.
Still Vincent Price era.
Yeah, still Vincent Price. A ton of cool stuff. We're getting out of the atomic age slowly.
I'll say top 5 era decade.
Probably, yeah. But so yeah, let me just.
I couldn't say top 3, but see, the thing about Quentin Tarantino like shits on 80s movies for some reason. He likes 80s movies, but like he shits on them at the same time. And like,
yeah, I know.
I love 80s horror movies. Like especially the cheesy one, like the corny. But there's also like Nightmare on Elm Street, Fridays, the ones they just came out with.
Mm-hmm.
The 80s, not just now. The Fog.
Oh yeah. So yeah, y'all know the drill. 2 honorable mentions and then 10 movies for each decade. So yeah, whenever you watch this or if you're watching right now, thank you. Go check these movies out whenever you got a chance. And so yeah, let's just get right into it. Our 2 honorable mentions for the 1960s is Mothra from 1961 and Carnival of Souls from 1962. Mothra is obviously a part of the Godzilla universe. Yeah. Oh wait, Poster Man. Go ahead.
I was waiting, man.
Yeah.
Oh wait, someone decided to join us. He's back.
Yes.
Back.
I think your mic is no, I can't hear you. Well, you fix that. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about these. Mothra from 1961 is from Toho. Will eventually. Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay, you can hear me good?
Yeah.
okay, Mothra, the poster is fucking sick. Carnival of Souls is different, but it's cool. And like it's in a unique way. Mothra, there's a lot like it's big, it's in your face, which is really cool, and what Mothra really is all about. And Carnival of Souls is kind of different, and again, like what the movie's about. It's really cool.
Yeah, so Mothra, like I was saying, it's part of the Toho. Oh, we got Hulker React, hi from Thailand. What's up?
What's up, man?
What's up? Thank you for joining. But yeah, Mothra, it's a fun movie. We really see all her powers or whatever. Like, if you know Godzilla, you know Mothra. Godzilla versus Mothra is considered one of the best Godzilla films. And this one is obviously really good. That's why it's on this list. But Carnival of Souls. What were you gonna say?
I was like, no, this one's really cool. This is one of like the first ones I think I watched of the Godzilla like universe, like early ones. I think I watched it with you probably. It was one of those like late atomic war era. As like coming from radiation type of thing, little carry on, but it's really cool. Like, you see like this character Mothra, you just think like, it's a moth. Like, what is a moth? But it's like it really turns into, makes it a monster. But especially in the newer films, like the one, the Godzilla King of the Monsters, she's like really sick in it. But they play, they kind of tag team up against Mecha Godzilla, right? I haven't seen it in, or no, it was Ghidorah,
King Ghidorah and
King Ghidorah.
Yeah,
Mega Godzilla
she's like one of the newest good monsters.
Yeah, they're good, but still cost. Yeah. We did it at the same time. Holy shit. We really did. We both went.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god.
But so yeah, Carnival Souls is like a little different. It's kind of like a psychological kind of horror. It takes place at an abandoned amusement park. There's a really cool Criterion release of Carnival of Souls. I'll probably get that. I don't know. But I do have the really cool steelbook of Mothra. Found it at Walmart for like $10, and I had to snag it. But so yeah, always recommend Criterion because they're amazing. The Carnival of Souls, the atmosphere in it is like
it's really sick.
It's really interesting and like a dream like atmosphere because of the abandoned amusement park vibe. Like there wasn't really a movie like that to my knowledge, especially in the horror genre where it does that, and this is in the 60s.
I think they did a remake of this in the 90s, late 90s. But this is definitely better. It's better of the two.
Yeah. Carnival of Souls, I'm pretty sure is public domain, so you can probably watch it on YouTube. Let's get into our top 10. We have Frankenstein Must Be Destroyed with Peter Cushing.
Starring Peter fucking Cushing.
Posterman.
I really like it. It's really cool, but I'm still getting the novel cover vibes from it. But it really is really sick, and some of those are the best kind. And this is it really is cool.
Hulker React says
just like the movie.
Carnival of Souls is one of my favorite independent films. Yeah, no, it's really good.
Oh, it's sick for sure.
So yeah, our first Hammer film on the list of all the decades, Frankenstein Must Be Destroyed. Obviously wanted to put in like the first Frankenstein or the first horror of Dracula, but both of those are they came out like right at the end of the 50s to where it wasn't gonna be like Creature from the Black Lagoon or whatever. Anyways, but our first Hammer film, first time we see Peter Cushing, he's great. Probably the best Dr. Frankenstein. Like even though Colin Clive was like
Yeah, Colin Clive is he's the
He's really
OG. Like
iconic, but like
he like honestly, when you think of like evil like mad scientists, there's two people I think of. It's like him and Herbert West.
Herbert
And then
West.
like
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
we were
But
talking about the Toon Terrors, Terror of Toons. I
yeah,
can never get it right.
the cartoon of terrors.
Yeah.
But
Scary
no,
cartoons.
yeah, Frankenstein Must Be Destroyed. I don't know if I said the year yet. I don't think so, but 1969. This is one of the
it's
better.
late.
Yeah, this is the late one. This is one
I
of the
thought it
better.
was like mid. And it's cool, really cool thing about this because they really went in a different direction.
Mhm.
I feel like they were like, people know the Frankenstein story. Let's like switch it up a little bit,
Right. And this one is like 1969. It's one of the later films of the Frankenstein Hammer franchise. So it
Hold
was
up,
getting kind of.
we didn't show the shirts.
Oh yeah, the shirts.
Dawn of the Dead makes an appearance again.
I got Halloween Horror Nights, Universal Monsters. What's that? 2019. Yeah, good reminder. The shirts always important. But yeah, Frankenstein Must Be Destroyed is it's a fun one.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's one of the better Hammer films for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like Curse of Frankenstein or like House of Dracula or Horror Dracula. But I mean, it's really good.
Yeah. And
especially
that
Peter
leads right
Cushing's
into our
great in it.
next one, though. Dracula has risen from the grave. I think this poster is just pretty dope.
Fucking
It's just
sick.
there's a lot of white though.
Yeah, but the purple really makes like cancels. I mean, it doesn't cancel it out, but like the shading and the purple, like it did it right from what it was. I'm gonna just look at better, like a more clear picture.
Yeah,
from
look
what
at.
I'm seeing.
I don't know. I was having trouble with finding this poster. I don't know why, but anyways, again, we see another horror legend right here, Christoper Lee.
The GOAT, the best Hammer actor.
Yeah, definitely him and Peter Cushing are they were both
this is sick.
horror legends.
It kind of looks like grainy, anyways, for some reason.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
still sick though.
But yeah, Christoper Lee, he really outside of Lugosi, he is by far the best Dracula. Like it's Lugosi.
And if you really want to consider, if you really want, it really depends on. If you're like, I like Christopher Lee better than like Bela Lugosi, I would not judge. I really wouldn't, because Christopher Lee made a whole different type of Dracula, and some things I like him better. But I mean, just because I like Universal monsters better. Dracula was like the first monster, one of like horror characters. I'll steer towards more that way. But I mean, this like Christopher Lee is like phenomenal.
Yeah, like exactly what you were saying. Christopher Lee, he's had such an iconic career, but like Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, all these Dracula films is what really made him. And he even had a metal band too, which is cool. Like this dude was Christopher Lee was the GOAT.
Rob Zombie, bro.
Oh no.
We'll get to him later.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for
Maybe.
that.
We'll see.
But Christopher Lee, he does his thing as Dracula. Like you were saying, he made a different Dracula. He made him scary again. He was
I say, because you're coming off the time of where you went to the 30s, Dracula was like Dracula, or yeah, and so then you went to the 40s and it was kind of like, okay, they were doing Abbott and Costello's, and he was like just making appearances and whatnot. He was playing different characters. He played Frankenstein. Like he didn't really play Dracula. I mean, he played Dracula, but he played more. And again, like he played vampires, not even Dracula.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you go to the 50s, which is just like we said, just a whole different, like it's like the robot, like this like monster era.
Aliens, robots,
like,
giant monsters,
aliens, robot, yeah. I think over the 60s,
houses.
And Hammer does probably one of the best things they could have done is bring back all these characters and make their films.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this Dracula Has Risen from the Grave is pretty good. It's not the best Dracula film throughout the Hammer franchise, but it's still really good, and we recommend that you check this one out. That leads us to our next one. We got another Hammer film, Plague of the Zombies. This is an awesome.
Before you
Hammer
even
film.
ask, poster gets a yes from me. Kind of has like a very similar font to. I noticed it when I saw it. Cabinet Dr. Caligari. That's one of the first things that like stood out to me, and then the offset of the colors was really cool too.
Oh yeah, same thing. That I was literally gonna say that if you weren't. It reminds me of Caligari, but this is like it's a zombie film. They're like the voodoo kind of zombies, not like the Romero zombies, which we'll talk about in a minute. But I remember watching this for the first time and I was like, whoa, because my dad showed it to me and he really likes this one. And I really fell in love with like the atmosphere and like the way how the zombies look. Like, look at that. Look at that zombie.
It's sick. Yeah, it's sick.
That's sick. The gothic.
What year did this come out again?
Oh, this one came. I don't think I said Dracula. Dracula Has Risen from the Grave is from 1968, and The Plague of the Zombies is from 1966.
Okay, and Night of the Living Dead came out. I want to say
68.
68. So this was before.
This is before.
Like this could technically be like one of the first like visions of a zombie, if you want to think about it like that.
Yeah, Plague of the Zombies is really fun. They're pretty much just like slaves. Like they're doing factory work almost, these zombies.
Yeah.
But it's really cool though. Like I said, the atmosphere. It's got such a fall atmosphere and the gothic like look to everything.
Yeah.
And just the zombies itself. Like the zombies is like the cherry on top. The directing's good, acting's all top notch. I think, in my opinion, this is one of Hammer's best.
It is definitely one of the best Hammer flicks for sure.
Like, oh yeah, like outside of the Dracula and Frankenstein, like there was even a really good Mummy adaptation. Like this is one of the better ones to stand out.
What do you think? What do you think, Mike? You say you don't like zombies, so.
No, come on.
Damn. I mean, everybody has their opinions,
I guess.
He's stubborn. You know how he is. You know him.
Yeah, he's picky.
No, he's picky.
But
Plague of the Zombies, go check it out.
Go check out Plague of the Zombies. But this movie, man,
just look at this shit, dog.
Look at that poster,
3 actors.
Though.
The poster is one of the best ever, for sure.
Yeah, that's one of the best horror movie posters ever.
And to have those three iconic characters or actors in this, and an Edgar Allan Poe film.
Yeah, the Raven
adaptation. Sorry. I mean, you got Peter Lorre, Vincent Price, fucking Boris Karloff. I mean, and you know what's a really cool story about this? We went to one of the shows where I got this Vincent Price Diary Madman lobby card, and they had a lobby card for the Raven as well. And it was the Raven, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And it was like really, really fucking cool. And the dude was like, "Yeah, I'll give it to you for like, what was it, like 180 or some shit?"
It's close to 200 if it wasn't 200.
And I was like, "Dang, dude, it's sick, but like that's a lot of money."
I know. He kept trying to like
it's like, "I'll give you this." He did a film with Sid Haig. What is that movie called? Something Hog, where he's like a farmer and he grows weed to help his family. What's it called? I don't know, but it's one of those like goofy indie movies before Sid died. God rest his soul. Yeah. But yeah, back to the Raven. I mean,
Raven from 1963.
Just looking at it, you could just tell it's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, like
and you're gonna have
Dude,
a fun time.
whenever you get Vincent Price, like with Karloff and Peter Lorre, like it's gonna be top tier, like grade A horror. And
Those are like the three like legends, icons of horror, all
right.
in one movie.
Um, you know, like you were saying, it's an Edgar Allan Poe adaptation. It's not faithful at all because
Mhm.
The Raven is a short story, and like it's hard to make an hour, 30-minute movie out of a short story. But
Yeah,
so they added their own stuff. They're kind of like wizards and whatever. Peter Lorre turns into the Raven, if I remember correctly.
yeah.
It's a lot of fun though. I highly recommend this one out. You like I said, you cannot go wrong with Vincent Price, Peter Lorre, or Boris Karloff, and especially when they're all together, it's grade A fun. Um,
Sorry, dude's hair is messed up. I'm over here picking it. How crazy am I?
but so
All right,
yeah,
Mike, I had to get my boy right.
I wonder if there's like a barber shop for like horror characters.
We were thinking. I think I was talking to my buddy, my coworker about that the other day. Like, what if Michael goes up and he's like, scared. He's about to kill someone. He's like, oh, fuck, I forgot my knife. Shit. Or like he gets like a stain. He gets like a stain on his like shoes. Dang it. Like, do they take shit? They use the restroom, bro? Like, I know Michael's like superhuman, but like, he don't shit.
What do you think Jason does? Do you think Jason just sits his pants? Like,
Jason, that's different. Jason's like a zombie, bro. But there ain't no way like they don't like Freddy is not like. Well, Freddy's different because he can just like in the dream world he can just do whatever. Michael like is kind of like or like Leatherface is just like, fuck, I need some gas for my chainsaw. I'm out. All right, on to the next one.
yeah, like the Raven. Go check that one out. Is a lot
Bro,
of
this
fun.
mask stinks.
Yeah. The Raven, like I said.
On to the next one. Freeze. Somebody bring me back some money, please.
There we go. The Raven, 1963. Go check this one out. But also check this one out. Another bird-related
bird. Okay. Now this came after, or this came after Psycho, I believe. Because it was like Psycho, Vertigo, and then this, which is fucking insane. I'm pretty sure I'll have to double check that. Three like some of my favorite movies. But the birds, Tippi Hedren, like this is and Rod Taylor, Alfred Hitchcock, who puts himself on the poster. That's how you know, like, you know, you're not to fuck with him. You know, the master of suspense.
Right. I know this one is one of your favorites. The Birds from 1963. Alfred Hitchcock is like one of the greatest directors of all time, and dipping his hand into the horror genre is where like
he has technically I think 2 or 3 like horror movies. Technically. But a lot of his movies are like borderline. They have a lot of elements of it. Like Rear Window. Vertigo is fucking awesome. But yeah, like there's Rope. I guess you could center. Vertigo is so fucking. If you've seen Vertigo, tell him to watch it, dude. It's so good. But the birds, like this movie, like there's a whole thing. I think there's like a movie about like them filming this, but Tippi Hedren and Hitchcock had like a bunch of like issues while filming. Because he wanted to be like practical or whatever.
I think it's called Hitchcock or something, right?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure like he like used like live birds and kind of like like it was like but this movie, man, Tippi Hedren fucking great. Or Alfred Hitchcock, Rod Taylor's fantastic. The imagery in this and the whole like aesthetic of it is crazy. Like, and you think, Killer Birds, what's that, like Bird Box now? Like you think of like Bird Box or like But like back then, like I can just see this shit being like terrifying.
Oh yeah.
Like terrifying.
I mean, like,
And
you
like
know,
it's dark. It's dark, dude.
oh yeah.
It's graphic. It's
Oh
fucking.
yeah.
I remember
You
watching
know,
it the
there's
first time. I'm
actually
like,
a
holy
sequel.
shit, bro.
You know, there's a
Yeah,
sequel to this, and
yeah.
like it was like a TV made, I think, and only a few people know about it. Uh, maybe I'll do a review on that if I can ever get my hands on it.
We'll
But
see. But dude,
I
I want to do like
know
a whole week. I want to do like a whole week or whatever, like a whole thing on Hitchcock and just review his movies because like, he's top 5 director for me, like in general.
yeah, I
And
mean, yeah, he's like he's one of the best of all time, and you know,
he
The
created
Birds is
so
one of
many.
those staples of his. I'd say his top 4 staples would be like Psycho, The Birds, Rear Window, and either
North by
Vertigo
Northwest,
and North
Vertigo,
by
North by
Northwest.
Northwest.
Those are
But another, yeah,
there's like still
he
so
like
many other ones.
there's so many other ones. The Man Who Knew Too Much,
Rope.
Trouble with Harry, yeah, Rope, Marnie, tons of like a bunch of others.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is definitely one of his best, and like that you got to check it out. Like I don't even want to say much about it because like this movie is really cool. One of my favorites, maybe top like
Also, just
30
like
horror movie.
yeah, like
25,
even the
top
special
25,
effects for the time
it
too
can be
is
top
like
20.
really
Yeah, I know. It's nuts, dude.
it's also a universal picture, so it just shows like how
And Technicolor.
right, like how you know
Everything's Technicolor. Dude, shout out
uh
Technicolor, dude.
yeah, shout out
Half
to Technicolor.
half the shit we see wouldn't be like we wouldn't like has a color we like it's just because of them.
Oh yeah, yeah. Shout out to Technicolor. But
It's like what's that one people that do like the sound designs for movies now? I'll have to double check. You keep going.
The Birds though. I mean, if you haven't seen this movie, like the other ones I can excuse you on, like a couple of the Hammer films, Mothra, Carnival of Souls, maybe The Raven, but The Birds, you got to check out The Birds. Like that's top tier.
You got
Like everybody knows that movie.
Yeah.
Um,
like every movie, every like decade from now on is like you must sees. I mean, there's must sees from like the other decades, but like these ones up, you have to see them. Like
like
especially
these
like
next
70s,
two.
like 70s and 80s and 90s. I can think of like off the bat, like you have to see these movies, and more than likely, they're really all these like next are gateway movies for sure. Like I would think.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is I
Especially
consider
for
this
our
as a
decade
gateway
or
movie.
our era,
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
I consider The Birds as a gateway movie, probably. I mean, wouldn't you?
It's. I mean, yeah,
Because
it
it's
really just
not
depends
like
on how much
it's
you can
not like
take. You know what I'm saying? Like, because like there are some
right.
scenes in
It's
there
not
that are
like
really like.
Halloween scary. It's
It's
like a
like I don't want to
nature
say
kind of
it's like a
scary.
phobia, but that's
Right.
what Hitchcock did so good. He like played on phobia. You know, like fear of birds, fear of heights. Like it. I can't. We'll have to do a whole episode on this. And the whole thing with like not even to mention the Tippi Hedren and Hitchcock like problems they had, and just like
Yeah,
then
and she's
felt
great
like
in this movie.
and like I said, the picture and one of this poster is like one of my favorite posters, ever. And so like, and to put the director to put himself on it is so funny to me because he's like, hey, yo, check this out. He like has his own quote.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, read the quote at the top.
Yeah, I think it's a tagline is fucking awesome. Like it's one of the coolest. It's like what's it like the one of your scream might be the last one or the last scream, might be your own. You know.
Yeah, it could
Or
be the
remember
most
the next
terrifying
scream,
motion picture ever made.
and remember the next scream you hear may be your own. Like I mean that there just said like, and they just had a picture of Tippi Hedren down at the bottom right. I think she's beautiful. Like, especially at that time, dude. I almost had a chance, bro, at that show to buy the poster signed by her.
Oh, that's right, bro.
I regret it. I mean, I don't regret it, but like,
Hopefully it'll be back at another one to go to.
If I went back again, I don't know, man. Tippi Hedren's fucking awesome.
It's the birds, like
Tippi Hedren. It's not like it's like, you know, Susan Flazzetti, you know, or fucking. All right, on to the next one. We could talk all about this one.
All right, The Birds, 1963. Go check that one out. It's a must see, but I go ahead and argue that this one is too. Probably, arguably,
Edgar Allan
the best
Poe.
Vincent Price movie. Edgar Allan Poe's The Pit and the Pendulum. Dude, look at that poster.
Poster's really sick.
I know, and then just
really creative, yeah.
From this picture that you see on your screen, the atmosphere of this, dude. Like look at that.
It's really fucking sick.
Like that is pure Vincent Price. Anytime you see Vincent Price and the name Edgar Allan Poe on the same movie poster, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. Because Vincent Price, it's not even to mention this also has Barbara Steele.
Barbara Steele, yeah.
Yeah. Who's also really good. And she's popular in the 60s, done a couple horror films. You know, it's just like, it's just so Vincent Price. When you think of Vincent Price, you think of like this, The Raven, House on Haunted Hill.
House of Wax is my favorite by him.
Last Man on Earth.
And another movie.
So yeah, I mean, y'all know how we feel towards Vincent Price. This came out in 1961. Another Edgar Allan Poe adaptation. Basically, it kind of references like other Edgar Allan Poe stories, short stories throughout the movie, from what I remember. But so yeah, this one, it's a lot of fun. The color looks great. Like if you can get a Blu-ray of this movie, I know there is the Scream Factory, like Vincent Price collections, but like
I would, dude.
I like
it's
The
expensive.
only reason why I haven't got those is because how expensive they are. Like
it's insane. You think they like mass produce it? Because like, but dude, it's like insane. Like you can get there's like three or four of them.
Mm-hmm.
The third one's like the cheapest, and it's like $60, and it's like 4 movies, and you're just like that's, and like they're good movies, but like it's like it's like, bro, like it's not like, you know, his top tier movies.
Yeah, I know. But like I think the second one is like the most expensive, and it goes for like $200 on eBay or something like that. I think it has like House on Haunted Hill, The Fly, like, you know, all of the grade A ones, you know what I mean? But
yeah, the Vincent Price collection number 3 is on sale right now for $38 on Amazon with Diary of a Madman.
Ooh, that's your lobby card.
Evening with Edgar Allan Poe, Master of the World, Tower of London, and City of Banshee. House on Hill collection number 2 is coming for a whopping $219.
Jeez, man.
Fuck.
Is the Haunted Palace on any of them?
The first one's going for $120.
Because that's a really good one. It's what my lobby card still is. Vincent Price, Lon Chaney, Deborah Pageant.
The Master of Men. I don't know. I didn't check it.
But like, yeah, you know, big Vincent Price fan here. I got this fucking thing.
Vincent Price fans.
Yeah, Pit and the Pendulum. He is amazing in this movie. Like I said, arguably one of the best Vincent Price films ever. Probably dude, I don't know. It might be the best Edgar Allan Poe, Vincent Price movie. I don't know. It's so hard.
There's a lot to like,
Yeah, but
because he's done a
this
few,
one is
quite a few.
tons of great fun. That being said, I guess we'll just go ahead, get right on to the next one, which is another, I just said it, Vincent Price movie,
The Last Man on Earth.
The Last Man on Earth
Super sick
from
poster.
1964. And this is one of my absolute favorite Vincent Price films. I love this movie. Like, look at that shot of him and all the crosses in the dude.
Well, it takes a lot to really carry, like, you know, I mean, I don't want to say he carried it, but like a lot of the acting depended on him and really creating the scene, and the direction was like fucking amazing. And there's maybe people that could have pulled this off, but like Vincent Price was maybe the perfect one for sure.
Oh yeah. Dude, I honestly think like the first 30 minutes of this movie is perfect. 30
It's just
minutes,
him
20 minutes
literally.
or
I think
so.
it's just like him waking up and like
It's like him waking up, going through his
he's like
daily
counting.
routine. He's like
Yeah.
making steaks because so basically the Earth has been almost like a disease kind of thing, like a pandemic, where these
I
vampires,
don't remember.
they're like
What they
vampires,
call it.
zombies kind of things that
Zombies.
yeah, they have like killed the entire human race. And Vincent Price is the last man on Earth. And like he's this movie was remade with Will Smith, I Am Legend. It's that, I don't know, I'm sure you've heard of that movie or seen that.
Of course, I've seen I Am Legend. One of the saddest, like,
Dude, yeah.
it's really good. I wouldn't say it's like an exact remake, but like it's very like it has the same like idea of like being the last person on Earth. But he has,
because both of these
Will
are
Smith.
based off the book I Am Legend by
yeah,
Richard Matheson, I think that's who wrote it. But like when you're just seeing Vincent Price like waking up, doing like he's making his weapons, replacing his mirrors, listening to his record, and then like counting down the days on the wall of like keeping track of whatever day it was, and then like him driving out to go burn some bodies. Like it's so cool. That's like I rewatched it this Halloween season because I got the new Blu-ray from Kino. I did a video about that. And it holds up so well. It's like you said, he really, I mean, honestly, he does kind of carry the movie. And
I mean, he's like one of the only actors. There's like a handful.
We find out that there's like, I'm not gonna spoil it at all.
Yeah.
We find out that he may not be the last man on Earth, but
look at the poster.
Right. This movie is great. I
remember the first time he showed me this, and I was like, I was into it. I mean, I liked anything Vincent Price. But it was like what 4 or 5 years ago we were watching it, and I was just like, it might have been the first Vincent Price movie I've seen.
I think so.
It's one of the first ones I've seen, and like I instantly fell in love with, like, I don't want to say him because that's kind of, but like he's great as an actor.
This is probably a good gateway Vincent Price film because it's like mainly him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, him like that and House on Haunted Hill is like, yeah, maybe The Fly too. Fly is like very good, like monster movie, Yeah,
we just talked about that one last decade. So yeah,
Last
Man on Earth, 1964. Please go check this one out. This may also be public domain, so it might be free on YouTube. I'm pretty sure.
We go check.
But this next one we have both just recently watched for the first time. Rosemary's Baby from 1968.
It is. It is public domain.
Oh, well, there you go. Go watch
And
the
let me
last
tell
one.
y'all motherfuckers about this movie, man. I don't know why we waited so long to see this shit, dude. But like instantly a top 10 horror movie for me. Like
Really?
dude, like I really love this movie. And the thing about it is like this is like this movie is very psychological, and basically it's about Rosemary Woodhouse, yeah, moving to this apartment with her husband who's an actor, and they get really friendly with this neighbor who really pushes themselves on there. You know, a bunch of shit starts happening, whatever. It's basically like if A24 made a movie in the 60s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
that's how I
this
was
is like the
explaining it
movie.
to my girlfriend, that it was like an A24 film made in the 60s.
Yeah, this movie like made Roman Polanski like a star. And like, not even going to talk about Mia Farrow. Mia Farrow, her performance in this is probably like one of the best, if not the best performances in a horror movie. And like this movie is so. I remember when like the twist or whatever comes, and I'm sitting there, I was like, oh, like one of those reactions, like you don't know if you get through like a '60s movie like that or whatever, but like it was like had me like, oh my god. It was like when I saw Get Out for the first time, like that kind of like, oh my god type of thing. But the imagery
Right.
in this is so like great. Like it shows really her Rosemary, pre like her getting pregnant or whatever and going through all this like trauma and like I'm not gonna say nothing to spoil it, but it really shows
Yeah.
her as this bright character, bright clothes, really just like bright everything. She redoes the apartment, like really makes it, and everybody else is kind of like wearing darker clothes except for the Terry who was she met in the laundry room, who lived with the Cabarets, I think. But this movie and the aesthetic of it and the camera movements like really add to the film. It really
Yeah,
make
the
you sink
production
into it.
value is really top notch, and not even to mention William Castle. It's a William
Yeah,
Castle
William Castle.
production.
Yeah, and he's in it, which is pretty fucking
Yeah,
sick.
he has a little small cameo.
And it's like this whole like community is like in on, like it's nuts. Like, and you really do feel for her and like this whole situation. Like, and it's not much. I mean, there's not much like setting. A lot of the setting is like, in the apartments, different places, like the apartments in the streets, a little bit doctor's office. But like
Right.
it's 2 hours and 17 minutes, I want to say. But like you're watching it I remember I was watching it the whole entire time. Like I was like, some people some people think, 2 hours is like, but like you stay, in my opinion, I stayed into it like the whole entire time. I was like, Mia Farrow was fucking great. And the makeup they did on her whenever she was like going through like the whole like sick fit, like I was like, oh my god, dude, she looks like a fucking zombie, bro. Let's see
Yeah,
if I can
no,
find
she
a
looks
picture.
rough.
Bro, it was insane.
Yeah, Rosemary's Baby. Like you said, I don't know why it took us this long to watch it, but finally knocked that one out. And man, is it worth seeing? Yeah, she looks dead. She looks like a ghost.
And let me just show you her at the beginning of the movie.
It's like two completely different characters. While you look for that, like what I was saying, this movie is
And the
top notch.
neighbors, people who play the neighbors, I've heard the names off the top of my head. They're fucking crazy. They're great too.
Oh yeah, it's just a real, like, something is up with everybody, and like you're waiting for Mia to like realize it. Yeah,
I can
like
really see it.
she looks
Like it's
completely
it's it's
different.
completely different. But like
Like
if you
there's a
have
whole
never seen
bad
this movie,
vibe throughout the entire movie,
yeah,
and
it's
like
it's trippy too, dude.
yeah, like it's got a whole
And once you make it
unpleasant.
to the end, you're just like, holy shit, what did I just watch?
Yeah, Rosemary's Baby. Oh, what did you think of the poster of that? Let me pull it up real quick.
I think it is one of the coolest posters ever. It's because it's so simple.
What about Last Man on Earth?
That was really cool. I said that too. I pointed out last time.
Oh, okay. So
What
yeah,
about
Rosemary's
Rosemary's
Baby from
68.
1968.
Yep, 1968. Which I believe this next film is also from 1968. If I'm not
One of
mistaken.
my
I could be wrong.
all-time. Oh shit!
Oh no. One of my all-time favorite.
I got my signed poster on the other side of the wall.
Probably my favorite zombie film.
Oh, this is definitely my favorite zombie film. This and then the sequel, Dawn of the Dead.
I love the original Dawn of the Dead too, but like this one's like great. This is like the first like George Romero, like getting with a bunch of friends and making a movie or a film.
And this
Like,
movie is actually like scary though.
yeah, like the zombies look fucking like they look different. Like they look like but they have like this human likeness about them. Like yeah, they're zombies, but like this was like George Romero created like this idea of a new zombie, like how every zombie looks now.
Every zombie film that you know now, if anytime you mock a zombie, whatever, it's because of George Romero.
And this movie is fucking like I don't even know how like. And one of the coolest things about this movie, Ben in this movie, Dwayne Jones, was like one of like the first like black lead protagonists who didn't like they had like stereotype of like dying first, but like and it's crazy in like the 60s because this came in 68, which is like later like civil rights movement type of
exactly
era, which enjoyed
it's crazy.
And the thing is, though, Dwayne Jones is one of the best parts about this movie, and like he's fucking great.
Oh my god, yeah!
And it leads to like eras and eras of like Tony Todd. There's so many like countless others like that just spawned. Like he was great in this. Barbara, we met Judith O'Dea. She's a fucking angel.
Oh yeah. If you have a chance to meet Judith O'Dea, the main girl in this movie, Barbara,
dude, she's
please go do that.
Awesome. We had a really cool experience. Her like nobody was in her line for some reason.
I know, and, like, we got there at like the perfect time to where nobody was
sitting there. We were sitting there, and we went up to her, and it was like, hi, and she was like, well, hi. We're like, why is nobody here? And then Jackson also met the girl. I can't think of her name.
I met
her name's Judy too.
Judith Ridley and Kyra Scone, who's the little girl with like the brick trail, who like stabs her mother in the basement or whatever. But this movie also has a twist at the end. It's just like,
did that really fuck, dude? He's like, fuck. They actually made the new Night of the Animated Dead.
Oh yeah,
Bruno Mars. Oh my god, I'm really thinking about buying it though, because it's like a cartoon version.
Like I saw it at Target for $10.
Bro, we might have to go like halfers on it because like I'm like curious about it.
I might have to do a review on it.
It might be cool. I don't know. But yeah, it does look like Bruno Mars.
It does. It looks just like Bruno Mars.
But yeah, back to Night of the Living Dead, dude. Like the whole aesthetic of this movie, black. Like we were like coming up with our thing we're doing right now, writing and still in the production of. We went to this film quite often for inspiration. Like this movie is just so like pure. I don't want to say pure indie, but it had like a decent little budget. But like Romero just going out and like really making films with his buddy, like Sam Raimi did his thing, Tarantino did, like George Romero is a god. Like you can compare him to. I mean, if you wanted to, like he's different than like the Wes Craven, John Carpenter, but like I think he should be in the talks of greatest because he's done so much.
Oh no, he definitely is like. Just outside of all of his zombie stuff, like his work on Creepshow, the new, the Crazies,
the amusement park. It's on Shudder. Yeah, there's all kinds of shit.
Amusement
that,
park.
Like, there's this like the one arrow thing I was telling you about, Jackson. the one that's a Region B that I wanted so fucking bad.
Oh yeah, it was between Night and Dawn. The movies that he done.
Yes, dude. I was pissed.
I know. I think the Crazies is in that.
It is, and Amusement Park. I'm pretty sure, but Amusement Park's on Shudder, like I said, which is like I think it's like 90. Like no, I'm gonna say 90 minutes. It's like 60 minutes. It's not that long.
Yeah.
Just different. It's different to see him, like besides zombies too, which is really cool.
Right, and dude, like this movie is pure Halloween. Like this movie is.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Yeah, the iconic lines, the characters, everything
There's
about
one over there.
This movie is great.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a whole episode on this. Maybe even like just this movie.
George Romero, he deserves his own stream.
For sure.
The last movie, everybody knows.
One of my I can literally show my top 5 horror, or might be top 7 at least horror films. For me, fucking Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. If you have never seen this movie, stop watching this right now and go find a copy or whatever. And this is like his masterpiece.
Oh yeah.
This is like Hitchcock's movie. You know, this movie, I mean, you can really look at it and see like it has no protagonist. This is one of the first movies, and I'm really about to spoil it. So spoiler alert, where the main character dies halfway through the movie. Main character, but like the main leading girl, who's Janet Leigh, who's the mother of Jamie Curtis. So, I mean, and Anthony Perkins, man, like, and it's just such an iconic character. You know, you think of like Dracula as him, Mike or Robert Englund as Freddy. Anthony Perkins as Norman Bates is like one of the greatest performances of all time. Like he really like becomes a fucking psychopath, and like his body and the way he's just so like it's
awkward, and like the way how he projects himself. It's a I think this is Hitchcock's masterpiece. I think this is one of the best films of all time, let alone horror.
It's one of the most like it's like a cult classic. I mean, I don't even know if you want to call it a cult classic, just like a great film. Like, and the thing about
everybody knows Psycho.
There is a really cool documentary on this scene right here, in particular with Janet Leigh, where I'm not gonna say it, but it's called I think it's called 70-52, 72-50, something like that. But it was like 72 shots, 52 cuts, and it was like or something like that. And it was all about like that's the shower scene, the most iconic. Whenever you hear that's Psycho. Whenever you're afraid to take a shower because you think someone's gonna come in and like that's Psycho.
Was it Wayne's World where they were making fun of it? Like he has
Probably.
A donut or something and he's stabbing and he's like, "Ree, ree." I think so.
Like this movie's like takes you on a fucking roller coaster of like, and the sequels aren't bad either. Which is cool.
That's something I want to get into. I have not checked out any of the sequels.
I've seen them, and they're like actually like not too bad. The third one's really people really enjoy the third one.
Yeah,
I think Anthony Perkins.
People like actually enjoy them. It's like
I think Anthony Perkins.
Those movies are getting more recognition, I guess you could say, but like people are confessing that like, oh, this movie isn't actually that bad, like how they said with Halloween 3 and Friday 13th Part 5. Have Michael or Jason. They say the same things about the Psycho sequels. So I was like, I've never had a chance to watch.
In my opinion, the top 3 horror performances like ever come from Sissy Spacek and Carrie, Mia Farrow, and Rosemary's Baby, and then Norman Bates. Anthony Perkins. So
yeah, I mean that's a hard list.
Like it's a hard like, and you can throw in Boris Karloff.
And I think Jack Nicholson is Jack Torrance.
Jack Nicholson is Jack Torrance is up there for sure.
We'll definitely be talking about that next.
Yeah,
next decade stream.
That'd be interesting to do like the best performances.
Yeah. Oh,
That sounds interesting.
I mean, there's so many.
But yeah, back to the
Claude Rains.
Psycho. Claude Rains. So back to this movie. Like, I love this movie so
Imagine
much.
seeing this in a theater, like in 1960.
This was might be the first black and white movie I ever saw. And like, they had color like at that point, but he decided not to use it. And Hitchcock is so fucking like, I'm like almost positive he went from like Psycho to Vertigo to The Birds. Those three came out in like, I don't know that order, but those three came out like after each other. And it's just like, it blows my mind to think like
that's that order.
And it blows my mind to think like that. Like, not many people can do that. Make
Right.
3 fucking films like that back to back to back. I mean, Tarantino did Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, and then Jackie Brown. You know, like even like this is like even fucking insane. But all like Psycho is fucking one of my favorite films of all time, let alone horror.
Right.
So many things about it I love. Like, you know, the characters, and a lot of like shots in this movie really inspired other directors. Like, I don't know, keep talking about
Also,
Tarantino.
not even to mention, like, just technically, like the first slasher, or
Kind of,
like
it's psychological too, man. There's a lot of like, and the twist at the end is like crazy. We watched not too long ago. I think it was like during like the summer or whatever.
Yeah,
we
during the
watched
summer,
it on
we
your
had a bunch of people over.
Mhm.
Bunch of me
We
and
wa-
you were probably like the only ones who've seen it, and everybody's like, "What?" At the
Yeah,
end.
they're like, why are they doing this? Or what? Like, why did they die? Why did she die? Is the movie over? And the movie goes on for like another fucking 45 minutes. And it really shows like, oh my god, I really do love this movie. We're gonna do a whole episode on it.
Oh yeah, dude. Psycho from 1960 is a masterpiece. Like, I think Hitchcock's probably his best, even though like I love Rear Window, I love The Birds.
They're different. They're
all different, but like I think most people would agree, like Psycho is like,
he's a master. He really is.
he's a master of suspense.
I really don't even like throwing that word out, because I like, what's the definition of a master? Like, of the art, Like Tarantino is a fucking, I mean, he's a genius. Like when it comes to directing and making a movie, Same Alfred Hitchcock. The thing about Alfred Hitchcock, though, I heard he was kind of like an asshole.
Yeah,
it kind of sucks.
He was like very hard to work with, because like he wanted like the blonde girls, blue eyes, like, he wanted very specific things that
I mean, but it's his movie, it's his vision, which kind of
it is
like
what it
Kubrick
is.
was like. Kubrick was very similar. Like his whole thing with Shelley Duvall and The Shining.
Yeah,
Kubrick was
that's
a
crazy.
freaking tyrant.
Yeah.
But he's one of the greatest directors of all time. So like, but the thing that Hitchcock said, Steven. I was so sad. Steven Spielberg wanted to meet Hitchcock. He said he wanted to meet Hitchcock, and Hitchcock was like, I don't want to meet the guy who made that fish movie. He was talking about Jaws, which is like, Jaws is like one of the best movies ever made.
I know.
So like, I'd feel so bad. Like, I'd want to kill myself. I'd be like, bro, it sucks. But like, it's so like, whenever I really like look after it, I admire his work so much. Like, to where like if I write or something, I usually go back to his work. He has a bunch of good like little books about him that I've been getting into. Especially about his thoughts on like thought process during like the suspense. Matter of fact.
Hey, Norman Bates.
I just spoiled it, maybe.
Oh, great.
Then one of my favorites, Hitchcock.
Still waiting on that Vincent Price Funko Pop. Whatever is taking forever with that.
They have one of him?
Yeah, I pre-ordered it and it was supposed to come out in September and it never I think it like sold out like instantly and I never got it. So I don't know. I had a pre-order though.
Let me
Because
see.
that's my boy. It's like he's holding a cat or something and he's like
Oh
in
yeah.
velvet robe or whatever. But yeah. Uh Psycho, The Birds, Vertigo, Rear Window, North by Northwest. The films under his belt is just like overwhelming. Like same thing with Tarantino and Spielberg. He's one of the greatest directors of all time. And he loves suspense and the horror aspect in his movies. And that's what makes these horror movies so great. 1960 Psycho is amazing. There's a remake in the 90s, I think, with Vince Vaughn, and it's like a shot for shot remake of the original Psycho. Uh haven't seen it, but I'm just gonna say it now. I don't recommend it.
Yeah.
Go check this one out. Go check out these movies if you haven't seen them. But so yeah, let's recap. Let's go through them again real quick.
You can go on Amazon right now and buy it.
Yeah, I bought it on Amazon and it never came in. I don't know why. But for our honorable mentions, we have Mothra from 1961 and Carnival of Souls from 1962. And after that, we have Frankenstein Must Be Destroyed from 1969.
Did
Dracula
we
Has
skip
Risen
one?
from the Grave from 1968. What's that?
I could have swore we skipped one. I think we skipped one. Did we do Die Monster Die?
Oh, no, that didn't make it.
Oh, that's what because we were talking about. Okay.
So yeah, Plague of the Zombies, 1966. The Raven, 1963. The Birds, 1963. The Pit and the Pendulum, 1961. The Last Man on Earth, 1964. Rosemary's Baby, 1968. Night of the Living Dead, 1968. And Psycho from 1960.
I mean, those three, right? The last three are like staples of the horror genre. Like you need to see those. Like those are like some of the best of the best. And then it really is a good segue into the 70s, which is like the best decade of horror.
Oh
in my
yeah,
opinion.
it's 70s is like arguably the best decade,
which is in like
probably even in movies in general.
in film. Yeah, I was just saying in film in
Right.
general, like 70s and 80s, like 60s are good. There's all kind. Like there's so many.
Yeah.
The 90s was literally just like Tarantino.
Mhm.
There's a bunch of
Yeah.
movies in the night, but it was like mostly ran by Tarantino. Okay, everybody. Sorry we rambled on.
But so yeah, the 1960s. Go watch these movies whenever you get a chance. Thank you for watching. For whenever you do watch, or if you're in the chat right now, I know we got a couple people. Thank you for that. Stay tuned. We'll get to the 70s here very soon, 80s, 90s, and so on. So yeah, thank you for watching about the 1960s. Oh, does Michael have something to say?
Mike. He's ready for next week.
He's ready for next week. All right. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I got a couple of stuff planned.
Yeah, he's coming up
when.
with some stuff. He didn't fall off. He's still he's trying to come up with like really good content for you all.
I needed a
creative break. A creative break.
Craptober. But
Really?
got some cool stuff coming. We'll have some more guests on the channel here soon. Even some that we've seen before. For example, I like Scary. We'll be back here soon. He just hit 1,000 subs and he's also a dad now. So that's
he's
awesome.
a dad now?
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
He's got a son
now. Was she pregnant or?
Well, I think he just found out. But go congratulate I Like Scary on his hitting 1,000 subs and for becoming a father. Him and his wife. Is great news.
Yeah, Brandon's he's a really good guy.
Oh yeah, Brandon's awesome. He'll be back here on the show. I have some more reviews coming. Uh, I'll have a Jason Rehall mask coming soon. Hopefully, a Michael Myers mask video soon. More movie reviews, like I said, and some more streams. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching.
I
Any more
don't think I've
closing
just seen
words,
that, but
Hunter?
it's okay. Thank you everybody for joining it again. Like you always do, y'all are the best. The 60s, like we said, go watch these films. Do you put them down under in the description?
Yeah, they're in the description of every single
Okay,
one.
cool. Go watch them, check them out. I mean, it's only gonna get better from here. Like, I'm really excited to do the 70s and like 80s,
Yeah, me
90s.
too.
That's like our, I might say our 70s, 80s, and that's like the films we first were like introduced to.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited.
Sure.
And thank you everybody for joining again. I know it was a late one, but
Yeah, it was another late one. But yeah,
we
thank you all
we
for
have we have
joining.
shit to do, y'all. We got jobs, man. We got lives, believe it or not. I know I know we're nerds and geeks, but we got lives, man. We
So
both got
yeah,
girlfriends, bro. Believe it or
thank
not,
y'all for
we
joining.
have toys and girlfriends, bro. We have toys and
Hell
girlfriends.
yeah. I need a
Get your
shirt of
money up,
that.
not your funny up, boy. Come on. Shout out Olivia and Courtney,
But
our
so
babies.
yeah, thank you all for watching. For whenever you do, go check these movies out. Catch you in the next stream and peace.
Stay scared.
See y'all.